Hey everybody, it's Kyle. So today I want to do a quick, we'll tell you a quick story. A couple of days ago, a buddy of mine caught me uh, during a moment when my son Eric was having a real tough time. And I didn't know it, but apparently he watched as I dealt with my son, who was being defiant and kind of angry and really kind of challenging. Had some challenging behaviors, and this was at church. So he watched this process, and I didn't know it. And afterwards, I got things settled down a little bit and was able to kind of walk away and get him all settled. And my buddy came up to me afterwards and said, he said, "Wow, Kyle, you're not the kind of guy that I would imagine to have that much patience." And I said, "Well, you do what you got to do, right? I mean," and he said, "If it were me, I think I would have gotten frustrated or angry or just kind of blown up at the situation, because he was really testing his boundaries with you." And we had a nice little conversation about patience and our egos. And the patience part was pretty interesting. People like to claim I have tremendous amounts of patience, but if you look at the definition of patience, it's basically just the ability to accept or tolerate delays or trouble or difficulties without getting angry or upset. And that's all patience really is, right? I mean, the ability to deal with circumstances without getting angry or upset or frustrated. And when you put it that way, it sounds like it shouldn't be that hard, right? Things happen all the time. They shouldn't make us angry or upset or discouraged, but they do. And as we discussed it, and how having that ability to not get angry or upset or discouraged when things get hard is really kind of a practiced thing. And in talking with my buddy, he identified to me some specific areas where he finds himself frustrated or angry or discouraged. And that's really the first step in really developing patience, is to understand, or to let that be a trigger when you get angry or frustrated or discouraged, to ask yourself, what stimuli caused that? And I'm going to change the way I react to that stimuli. It was as simple as that for me. Now you might say, yeah, that's okay, but I'm patient all day, but at the end of the day, I start to lose patience because it happened all day. Well, I mean, what's the difference? If it happens all day, or you're tired or discouraged, you might just have to create yourself triggers for that too. Because I can get frustrated a lot easier when I'm tired, but I know that. So I know when I'm tired and the stimuli happens, that I've got to trigger myself into a more productive state. And it's really as simple as that. I've developed all this patience because usually it's my ego that gets offended, especially in public, right? When things happen in public and people see your child being disrespectful or antagonistic or screaming or yelling or whatever they're doing, we start to feel like it's our ego that allows us to get frustrated and upset. So keeping your ego in check is a big part of it, pushing your ego aside. And then the other thing is identifying when you do get frustrated or angry or discouraged, and understanding what that stimuli is, and then changing our reaction to it. It's really that simple. So my challenge to you is to, the next time you get frustrated or discouraged or angry, ask yourself, what was the stimuli? What caused me to do that? And then the next time that happens, change your reaction. And that's really what patience is. Patience is simply the capacity to accept or tolerate delays or trouble or suffering or discouragement without getting angry or upset. Simple as that. So hopefully that's helpful. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.